Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
All right, so this is going to be a heavy topic today, a heavy topic. So the subject of this class is going to be inferior vision causes domestic violence in the truth. Inferior vision causes domestic violence in the truth. Because sadly, it's happened all too often. You see brothers getting put out the body for domestic violence in this truth. And we're supposed to be gods on the earth. We're supposed to be the Most High's chosen, but we can't contain our spirits when our women get a little out of order. We're supposed to be setting the example. Give me 2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 31. We're going to start there. Yeah, we need a reader. Go ahead, Kate. Go ahead, you know you was going hard last week. Now you want to sit in the crowd. Go ahead now. I ain't from DC, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're gonna start there. Because this Bible should be used when we in our time of weakness. When we're in our time of weakness, this is when we are tried, and this is when we're supposed to be relying on the Most High's words to get us through these rough times. Not leaving the body, not getting your feelings hurt, not getting physical and abusing somebody like you're 5 years old, not getting your way. You got it? 2 Samuel 22 and verse 31.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 22, verse 31. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried.
So it's tried. So you're going to get tried. And this book is proving that it's going to get you out of whatever you're going to get into. Go ahead.
He is a buckler to all them that trust in him.
The buckler is a shield. It's something that's going to protect you when you trust in it. Not getting emotional. Rely on his words. From there, give me Proverbs 29 and 18. But like I said, we have no vision as a people. We still think that we niggas. We still think that we spicks. We still think that we Indians. We're God's chosen people. Get that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Is what?
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Vision is going into prophecy. There's no prophecy. We can't imagine that we're the prophets. That's why when we try, we fail. We fail miserably. Read it again.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Look up the word inferior. Because that's how we see ourselves. We still see ourselves as inferior when God told us we're the most powerful, we're the best people on the planet. How can you go from calling yourself the best person on the planet where you hitting your possession? Or women talking back to their husband like like they do. It's way out of order. Go ahead, read that.
Inferior. Lower in rank.
What?
Lower in rank. Status or quality.
Let me see. Go to synonyms. See if you can get some synonyms on that. Or
synonyms. Second class.
Lesser.
Lower in status. Lower ranking. Subordinate. Second fiddle. Junior. Junior minor. subservient.
Subservient. That's what we are. We a subservient class. We slaves still. That's why we call ourselves African American. You see yourself as an African American. You see yourself as I'm from the Choctaw tribe. Or I'm a Panamanian. That's how we see ourselves. The separation is still there between the Northern and Southern Kingdom, even in here. You got Northern Kingdom only studying Northern Kingdom scriptures, and you got Southern Kingdom only studying Southern Kingdom scriptures. The separation is still here in this very body. Because we don't see ourselves as a family. And we treat each other like dirt. From there, let's see. Go to the book. Y'all got the stuff queued up that I have sent?
Yes.
Go to They Stole It, You Must Return It, and go to page 22 and 23. And when it's talking about the black family, it's talking about the whole tribes. Everybody. Everybody's been called niggas by Esau, by all the tribes that call us niggas. Hold the title up so people can see what it is. Y'all gotta get this book. You can have at least 100 classes out of this book here. At least. Whoever this dude is who wrote this book, he's in the spirit, and I wish I could give him a flyer, because I tell you, it's some heavy stuff he puts in this book. Go ahead. Yep, and all the way down at the bottom. Yep, and start just all I highlighted.
Okay,
Y'all can't move that over?
from the book, He Stole It. What's the name of all?
It's They Stole It, but You Must Return It.
They stole it, you must return it. White America built the manhood of the black male slave and enriched him as a boy.
Is there what?
And enriched him as a boy.
So he made you inferior, black man. He said the white man, male, means crushed. He crushed your manhood. So that's why when you go through things, you act out like a child. My son throws things when he throws a temper tantrum. He gets to get corrected on it until he learns not to do it. We're still boys to this very day. Y'all still girls to this very day. Go ahead.
White America tortured and savagely treated the black male until white America turned their survivors from warriors and families heads to subdued human beings. White America made the black man into a boy.
You did what?
Made the black man into a boy.
So we still boys over here. We're not thinking about conquering the world. We're thinking about just going home and surviving. Because our house is not in order. Our women not in order. No way in hell we should be having people put out the body for domestic violence. It's 3 in 1 month. It's sad. Go ahead.
A similar response was demonstrated by captives in the Nazi concentration and extermination camps. After much stress, these inmates began to manifest childlike behavior.
Keep going to the next page. Yep.
The black father had no legal marriage, no legal family, and no legal control over his children.
Inferior. Inferior. Go ahead.
The black male did not have complete choice of who his mate would be. Also, once a mate was chosen and a child was born, the black father did not have authority over his own child. White America took away the black male's role as father and husband. Therefore, responsibility, discipline, and direction for his family, including his children, were not in his hands.
You see that? All the discipline is gone from our households. The responsibility is gone. Y'all don't understand the value that y'all bring to the table when you keep these laws. Go ahead.
Not having the opportunity to determine destiny eventually means that one will not. If not allowed to think, eventually one may not.
Because now we do have an opportunity. to change our destiny in here. We never had that in the world, but we got it here. And we still acting like niggas and spicks. And redskins and all that crap. Keep going.
The black man was only a breeder.
Because that's all we are. We breeders, that's it. We don't want the responsibility. We are slaves, by the white man made us in his mind, and that's what we became. Making babies and moving on to the next one. Not running your household correctly. Putting your hands on the woman. Go ahead.
Parental authority was in the hands of the slave master.
What?
Parental authority was in the hands of the slave master.
So he's the real daddy. The white man is your daddy. That's what that's saying. All that tough talk, you really are a boy and you answer to the slave master. You talk tough to your boys, but when that white man comes, yes sir, you bow your head down. Every time. Go ahead.
As a father, the black man was so humiliated that he was not looked upon as a father or a man.
Mm-hmm.
Slavery for the black males prevented their comings to emotional maturity by inflicting on them a perpetual childhood.
And what kind of childhood?
A perpetual childhood.
Y'all still babies today. Perpetual means ongoing. You got something?
Yes, sir. It says, as a father, the black man was so humiliated that he was not looked upon as a father or a man. Slavery for the black males, quote, prevented their coming to emotional maturity. Like the officer was going on, we still children. Like a woman can, like, we bring it up all the time. We on the streets, we get threatened, we get cussed out. Some of us might even have things thrown at us. I remember one officer was somebody spit at him. But we stand there in the spirit, read, brother, read, bring it out. That's right. You go home to your wife, she do that to you, you want to knock her head off. How you got emotional maturity out in the streets, but you ain't got emotional maturity when it comes to dealing with your wife or your spouse? That can't be, brothers. How we deal with the people is how we deal with our spouses. Now, I'm not married, I'm just saying we as in general. But it can't be you strong in the school, you boom, boom, you giving the heart of shalom, knock a brother arm off, then you go home, your wife have a bad day, you don't know how to deal with it. You just ball up into a corner of the room and just put your head between your knees and start crying. And then you lash out at her. That's what that's saying.
Yo, keep going.
And imposing their master's ideology on them.
So that's the white man imposing his ideology on you. He wants you to do that. Because with no nation, with no family, there's no nation. With nothing. I don't care how many scriptures you know. Go ahead.
Resulted in their identifying themselves.
Any way you want to cut it, that's a hard pill to swallow. And the only way to get out of that is keep these laws, but people want to still be they want to still be the child. Y'all still want to still be boys. You hear these scriptures, go home and still do the same thing like nothing ever happened. Because you don't believe. You don't believe. And that goes for the women too. On and on and on. How many scriptures we pulled out about the woman being in subjection, watching your mouth. On and on and on. The same thing happens right after class. Keep going.
In this boy role, the black male had to approach white America with bowed head.
Mm-hmm.
The black male had to answer with a yes sir, no sir.
You still do that now. You know when you see a white man at work, the first thing you do is go like this. You bow your head. Go ahead.
And the slave master in white America called the black man boy.
Mm-hmm.
The slavery experience for the black man was perpetual childhood.
It's perpetual childhood. So what's that saying? We still little children running around here. You see it in the sports today. You see a 23, 24-year-old man running up and down the daggone court, and they call him a kid. This kid can really play. He's old as I don't know what are you talking about? Because they still see us as little boys. Inferior. From there, go to Deuteronomy 28, 43, and 44. How could this happen? How could we be in such a state even in the body? We nitpick over little stuff, but these big problems we have, we seem to miss that. We don't prevent these big things, but the little things we complain about all the time. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Because we broke the Most High God's commandments and because we hate Most High God's commandments, he said the people who came out among Egypt with us are going to get up very high. The people who was cleaving to us, they're going to get up very high. And you see it today. Go ahead.
And thou shalt come down very low.
That's what we see now. Even in here. They're not worried about us. We can go to work, our nice secure jobs. They may even know. They're like, these Negroes ain't doing nothing. The wife out of order. He's out of order. He's not keeping no commandments. We know everything they're doing. They're not doing anything. They still niggas. They still boys. Is that it?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
He shall let you be, and thou shalt not let you him.
Go ahead.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Inferior. Inferior people. Because we're afraid to get ourselves right. Give me Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. And then look up the equestrian statue of Theodore Roosevelt. All this stuff's in the Bible. But it's up to us, especially the men. Don't matter how much the woman run her mouth to you, what you gonna do? You gonna be a big, soft baby? Or you gonna be a man and run your house the right way? You gotta keep the temper. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10, verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses.
You seen what?
Servants upon horses.
That white man is in a high state right now. They supposed to be the servants. But we seem to think that we the servants. We accept that. Yeah, bring that up. Bring that picture up.
Trying to get the front part of it because I know where you're going.
Okay. Gotcha. Especially the Southern Kingdom. The so-called black man, from what they call us. We really love the slave master. Yeah, go ahead. Because you look at the Southern Kingdom, look, we got our barrel up. We still want to fight for that white man. We still want to fight for him. Even to this very day. As soon as people leave the truth, what do they say? All nations can be saved. They can't wait to say that. That's the first thing to come out their mouth. First thing. Let's see what the Northern Kingdom's doing. Let's see what Gad is doing. Gad had to barrel down. At least they were the last tribe to fall. At least they still willing to fight. But us, we soft, man. We are soft people. We gotta set the standard, man. We gotta grow up, gird up our loins, and stop being damn babies up in here. You see something, say something. Stop worrying about the damn deep understanding, because it's not going to get you salvation. Actions. It's all about actions. We keep saying it over and over. But people want to be Christian church. I don't know. All right, from there, let's see. Go to, Deuteronomy 28:28. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28.
And this is talking about for people in here. We usually talk about people on the street drinking sewer water and doing all kind of craziness like that. But this is talking about people in here. Because it's crazy to see us knowing the commandments and still going through the things that we're going through. It's crazy. Go ahead.
The Lord will smite thee with madness and blindness.
And what?
And blindness.
Blindness, not knowing who you are, not even caring who you are. I just want to know, I just want the knowledge, that's all I want. I want to dazzle people with my great skills. But when it comes to getting my house in order, if my wife gets out of line, I'm going to knock her out. That's what I'm going to do. You're a boy and you're a punk. That's what you are. Is that it?
And astonishment of heart.
It's an astonishment of mind. Even Christ marveled at us. He saw the creation of the world.
Hey, you know what I was just thinking about? An astonishment of heart. Like, we so low to the point now where it's like the bus drivers gotta be protected from our own people. Like I say it all the time, like, cause I go to the bus yards, I work in and out the buses, on the sides of buses, like the driver will get in the bus and it's like a little barricade that they'll shut. Real talk, to protect themselves from crazy Negroes. Like that's wild. Like you can't get on the bus as a bus driver and do your job without the threat of somebody, your own people, wanting to stab you, spit on. It was one lady, I don't know if y'all heard about it, it was one lady who got on the bus and she actually threw urine, her own urine, on the bus driver. Like, that's how low we are. That's how inferior we are. It's crazy, man.
All right, let me see, where am I at? Give me the book Brainwashed. Pull that up, and we're gonna go to page 16 through 19. These are like two of my favorite books. You always see me bring them out. They Stole You Must Have Returned It, and this Brainwashed book. They're very deep books, man. Y'all, it's definitely a staple that you should have in your household. Go to 16 on the left. Yeah, read whenever you're ready. I'll get that zoom in.
Yes, sir. From the book Brainwashed. At a very young age, black men and women are
Inundated
with messages that they cannot trust or depend upon one another.
We have that in here. It's right in here. We don't trust or depend on each other at all. Backbiting, not applying Matthew 18. Still got the nigga spirit. Go ahead.
Children hear comments and jokes about lazy, greedy, irresponsible, or otherwise flawed black adults.
So the children hear y'all talking. They hear you talking in the household. Oh, that brother, he don't do nothing. Look at him. He don't deserve that rank. What's he doing in that rank? He don't do nothing. His kid out of order, look at him. And I'm gonna tell y'all brothers, you can tell how your brother's talking to you by hearing how your sister talks to your wife. Because if your sister's talking to your wife with disrespect, guess what? Who's talking to their wife about you? The husband. Easy. Read that again about children hear the comments.
Children hear comments and jokes about lazy, greedy, irresponsible, or otherwise flawed black adults.
Because we always like to look for the evil. We always like to look for the evil in one another. We want to look for the flaw so we can put somebody down to make us look better. In order for me to look good, I got to put you down. The same old coon nigga spirit. Give me Deuteronomy 28:37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse
Talking
37.
about lazy, greedy, irresponsible, flawed black adults. Go ahead. So this comes from our own people. Go ahead.
And thou shalt become an astonishment,
Uh-huh.
a proverb and a
A
byword.
proverb and a byword from our own people. We ain't got to worry about Esau saying it. We do it ourselves. We do it ourselves. We walk around here like we got a daggone super cape on and we're blameless, pointing the finger at other people. But you yourself ain't in order. When you gonna humble yourself down and get then you can correct people. Keep going. They warned to be tough. Right after they are flawed black adults.
They are warned to be tough.
Uh-huh.
Trust no one.
Mm-hmm.
And always be prepared for the doom relationship.
Always looking for the bad. We look for bad, woe is me. It's always their fault. Never ours. Go ahead.
It is really a revelation that incompatibility, lack of love, and oftentimes violence become the inevitable.
Oftentimes what becomes inevitable?
Oftentimes violence become the inevitable.
So ultimately, it's going to result to people putting their hands on you in the house. Why? Because it started when you was a kid. Seeing your parents talking about people. And they're going to grow up and do the same thing. Even in here. Which is even worse. Go ahead. All are highlighted.
Conclusion of these tainted individuals' relationship.
Keep going. The black family dysfunction.
Distrust and contempt.
Distrust and hatred. We still hating each other. Go ahead.
Physical, verbal, and psychological abuse.
So all of it. Physical and verbal. And that leads to the psychological abuse. Go ahead.
Infidelity, emotional distance,
Mm-hmm.
and mutual disabling partnerships.
Mutually disabling. So that means both of y'all are out of order. He hitting on you, you hitting on him. Go ahead.
These are the 5 most destructive dynamics that lead to fractured black relationships and broken families.
There you go. Go ahead.
To tackle our black inferiority complex as a purposefully embedded condition, it's important that we approach the subject in the manner in which I've taken on projects as a marketing and advertising executive for 45 years.
Okay, go ahead.
In a sense,
I think that's the black complex.
black complex is the competitor's product. My goal is to break its dominance in the black mindset and introduce a better, uplifting brand.
So he's going to make us a better uplifting brand. But how do we do that, fellas? What scripture can we do to make ourselves a better uplifting brand? How do we rebrand ourselves in here? No hands? Go ahead.
I was thinking Psalms 19:7. Yeah, I was thinking Psalms 19:7.
Okay, get that. That's a good one.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect,
So these laws are perfect. Go ahead.
converting the soul.
It's gonna better our brain. Go ahead.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Making somebody who's dumb as hell wise. Only a dumb person will put their hands on their woman. Because you're only hurting yourself. If you believe in the scriptures, that is. Because if not, you're going to go ahead and haul off and hit her. Or she's going to hit you. Or talk evil of you. Knowing all the buttons to press. Give me Isaiah 13:12. Because this is what the laws are going to make us.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
So gold is a very rare commodity. So that means not many people in here are going to be keeping the laws. Most in here are not going to be doing it. So what are you going to do? We're always thinking that we the gold and the people in the world are not. But now it's talking about in here. We got to get ourselves right. Keep going. Go to the next highlighter on the next page.
Physical, verbal, spiritual.
Actually, yeah, keep going. Keep going on the next page. My bad. I got one more scripture for that too. So go back to the next previous page. There you go.
This means that we first have to dissect the brain, stand empowered, and understand how it continues to wreak havoc on black families and relationships.
So we got to throw all that old stuff away. Like Officer Yochanan said, the laws are going to change you. Give me 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. All the way to 6.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
But what is it?
But mighty through God.
So it's not putting your hands on somebody. It's not thinking whatever's in your head and just going off and saying it out of your emotion. Because you can't control your spirit. Go ahead.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
Because that nigga is a stronghold. And that's for all the tribes. That nigga is a stronghold on us. But this Bible's going to pull it down. Go ahead.
Casting down imaginations. And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
Because the imagination came from the white man. He imagined us to be like this, and this is what we became. So this Bible is the only thing that's going to stop him from being our father. Our slave master. Go ahead.
And bring it into captivity, every thought to the obedience of Christ.
So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to have the obedience of Christ, meaning we're going to keep these laws and walk the way he walked. In discipline. A real man has discipline over his spirit. Come to camp 101 at least. If you can. All right, keep going go to the next subject on relationship, wrecks, and dynamics. And this is going to be number 2, the beatdown.
Physical and verbal, spiritual, and psychological abuses are disproportionate factors in black relationships.
So it happens more with us than any other race. We physically abuse ourselves more than any other nationality. Go ahead.
Today, reported incidents of family violence are highest in African American households.
And that's going for all the tribes too. It's not just Southern Kingdom. Go ahead.
According to data from the American Bar Association Commission on Domestic Violence, the number 1 killer of African American women aged 15 to 34 is not cancer, not car wrecks, but dying at the hands of loved ones.
And that's in quotes, because they really don't love you. They don't even love themselves. Go ahead.
Overall, from 1993 to 1998, black females experienced intimate partner violence at a rate 35% higher than that of white females.
Man, that's bad, man. 35%, that's a lot. That's a lot of hitting and viciousness going on there. A lot of death. Go ahead.
And about 22 times the rate of women of other races.
So you mean to tell me that the white man loves his woman more than you love your woman? The Chinese man loves his woman more than you love your woman? Because what does that mean? You don't love yourself. That's what that means. Yeah.
Can you bring that book up, brother? That book back up? The what we just read? Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, it says overall from 1993 to 1998, black females experience intimate partner violence. How can you be intimate with somebody and violent with them at the same time? That's an oxymoron. Because we think this is normal. Like, I know for me watching my parents' marriage, a lot of this stuff I seen in my parents' marriage. And a lot of us, y'all seen in y'all parents' marriage, and a lot of y'all go through this in y'all marriages now. So, how can it be that you intimate with somebody, you lay down with this person, you say you love this person, but then 5 minutes later y'all arguing and yelling at each other? That's what I witnessed my parents go through. Like, they'll be sitting on the couch having like just a regular conversation, and then out of nowhere they'll just start arguing. And I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Like, I would really sit there like, we were like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, we dysfunctional as hell, man, as a people. And also there was a case, Bishop did a class about this some months back. A sister, I forget her name, but the brother's name was Del Vecchio. Y'all remember that class? Del Vecchio Patrick, this happened in Texas. They was in like a tumultuous relationship. I'm talking about like, when they first met, they was arguing, going back and forth with each other. Ultimately, he ended up murdering the sister. Because they was calling the police so much that the police thought they was crying wolf at one time. Like, man, that's such and such. They going through. So the police officer actually went to the house. She got a call, and the 911 operator was on the line while the sister was being murdered by the brother. Like, she was actually on it. You can actually hear this on the phone call. You can YouTube it. Yep. She was actually being murdered. He was drowning her in the bathtub, and the cop came by the house. He didn't see anybody in the house. So he looked through the window. He was like, all right, ain't nobody in there. Meantime, he upstairs killing the sister. And she stayed. And it's like, sister, why are you staying? This man obviously don't love you. And it ultimately led to her death. So these types of relationships, man, we see it as normal. Like, we see it in the love and hip hop. Brothers and sisters, they arguing with one another. Sisters throwing drinks on one another. Men can't have one-on-one discourse with one another. Yeah, it might get heated at times. But bro, like, calm your nerves. Like, we ain't gotta always come at each other sideways. Let's talk it out. If we don't agree after that, that's fine. You still my brother. I respect you. And the love ain't no love lost.
Yep. Yeah. All right, keep reading that. Keep reading that. So it's on the next page. 18.
On the other side of this spectrum.
So this is the black woman, or the Israelite woman. This is how she treats her man. Go ahead.
We find that black males experience intimate partner violence at a rate of about 62% higher than that of white males.
And what?
62% higher than that of white males.
So guess what, black man? As much as you hate that black woman, she hates you double. And she used that mouth. She used that mouth. That mouth is way worse than hitting. The mouth causes wars. Give me them scriptures, Sirach 26:27. Because y'all got to bridle that mouth. Because guess what? One day, somebody's going to flip. They're going to flip on you.
The book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies.
Damn. Read that again.
A loud crying woman.
A big, loudmouth woman. Go ahead.
And a scold
Uh-huh.
shall be sought out to drive away the enemies.
So if we got enemies at war, we're going to look for that loudmouth woman. Where's she at? Put her up in the front. They're going to run away. They were like, man, we can't kill these people, and they have leaving these women unavailable. Oh, hell no.
Hey, send Keisha to the front line. Why y'all over here? Why y'all got them swords? Boy, your boots don't match your shirt, boy. We be like, look, we don't even want to fight no more. Let's go home, y'all. No.
Yeah, man. Give me Proverbs 7 and 11. Because that's a violent spirit, for real. Like, that's a violent, brutal spirit. And you talk about your man, and knowing the cause of press. Oh, you ain't no man. Like, what? then you're not a woman then. Because we're the same people. That's what that's saying. Go ahead.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
She is loud and stubborn.
She's what?
Loud and stubborn.
Meaning what? We'll bring these scriptures out, they'll go right home and be mad as hell that these scriptures were brought out. Go ahead.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I want about the loud and stubborn. All right, keep going on this book.
On the other side of the spectrum, we find that black males experience intimate partner violence at a rate of about 62% higher than that of white males.
Man, that white woman love her man way more than you love yours. Way more. 62%? Man, go ahead.
And about 22 times the rate of men of other races.
That's going into Ishmael. You see how Ishmael be getting down on their women. And it's 22% more than them. So that's some serious hatred. Go ahead.
Of course, verbal, psychological, and spiritual abuse has not been documented.
Because that's the main thing right there. Go ahead.
But coupled with physical violence, we glimpse the full body assault far too many black women, men, and children must endure.
Because the black man suffers it, y'all going back and forth, and as a result of that, the children going to suffer and see all of that. How does that feel? You go downstairs seeing your father get tased by the police. What kind of example are you setting? In the truth, how would that look? You destroying your kid's spirit. Go ahead.
Recognizing a beatdown is one thing. Understanding its destructive opposition to forming and maintaining healthy family relationships is the real task at hand.
Yeah, it is. It's the real task. It says, go ahead, bring that up. It says, maintaining a healthy family relationship is the real task. That's the real job. That's the first thing we gotta do in here. But some brothers just want to come in here, know the scriptures on their own, not teach their wife nothing, and come in here just to wow people with their scriptures that they know. And the wife be dumb as a rock because she's not teaching them.
Right, and we got to realize too, brothers, that we not doing this like, we going through our issues, and we also got to get right. Sisters as well, got to get right. But the ones we doing this for are the youngins, the young brothers, the young sisters, because those are the ones that's going to follow in the footsteps of us. A lot of us follow in the footsteps of our fathers. We've seen our fathers argue with our mothers, with their wives or whatever. Father might strike the wife, you know what I'm saying, your mother. Now you growing up thinking it's cool, like that's how you deal with women. Some of y'all brothers was taught that's how you deal with women. If she get out of pocket, you smack her down. Some sisters was taught men ain't S-H-I-T. You don't need no man. You can do bad all by yourself. Girl, while you with him, you can do it alone. No, you can't. We can't do it alone. We got to do it together. We one flesh. So if we arguing against one another, and then the scriptures say we gonna have times where we argue, whether it be amongst brothers or amongst sisters or husband and wife, but the ones that's really gonna get affected is the children. So if we don't want them growing up to be the next generation to repeat the cycle, then some gotta break the cycle.
make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew, it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.